Now that your SkySmart is properly installed, let's walk through the process of downloading the app and connecting your smart device to your remote. So first, this is an Android device, so we're going to the Play Store. If we were using an Apple device, obviously we would go to the App Store. The setup is very similar. One little exception we'll discuss. But the first step is to go to the Play Store. And we want to look for the iFlame app. So we'll click on that. First one that pops up, and iFlame. It's asking us, do we want to install? Yes, we do. So we'll hit open, and it brings up the iFlame app. Now, when you first set up the unit, you're going to need to create a unique account for yourself. It's going to ask you for a username, and it's asking for a password. Now, the password is unique. You make it up, 6 characters minimum. It can be more. You can use uppercase or lowercase. You can use numerals. You just simply can't put a space in it. Anything else is pretty much acceptable. And then it's asking for email. I'm going to put my own email in. Now immediately it's going to ask you for a confirmation code. That confirmation code is going to be generated once you've pressed the button, and it's going to come in an email back to the email that you used to sign up for the app. You've got 90 seconds to put that confirmation code in. I find it's really helpful if you have a second device, whether it's a computer, a tablet, whatever close by, just to grab it. The email will come in, as I said, from iCloud. So we want to tap on that, and it gives us this confirmation code we need to put in. So click the tile, type in the 6 digits you just received, and hit confirm. Success. The SkySmart has been confirmed. Okay. Now the next thing it's going to do is ask you for a location, or a zone as it's called. Here I already have in home and I have in office. We have fireplaces in both. But for this, let's hook it up. We're actually doing this in the warehouse, so let's use that. We'll click to add a zone, and it's going to ask us for the location. Now you've got some choices here. You can allow it to access all the time. You can allow it to access your location only when you're using the app, or you can deny. If you deny location access, Android will not let you move forward. You will not be able to use the app. iOS does not require that step, but here we have to have it. So I'm going to say only do it when I'm using the app. Now you'll notice it says that the request was denied. That's because I have the GPS turned off in this phone. And I did that so you can see if there was a problem with the GPS, how you can go ahead and still give it location. When the GPS is on, it automatically finds where you're at. But we're going to say OK, and we're going to enter a zone. And I said we were going to call that warehouse. So we'll just quickly type that in, and then it's saying where is that zone location, and then it's asking for the zone address, and done. And we're going to just go add zone, and now it's got it, home, office, and now warehouse. So let's click on warehouse, and it says pair your remote. It's one of the coolest features in this product is it actually finds the remote for you. We say tap and go, which would be tap your phone to the remote. That's just to make sure you get close, because if you're within a couple of feet, it's going to find that remote for you. And now it asks you to name your fireplace. You could call this the den, the great room, if you got a fireplace in the bedroom, whatever. Here, we're just going to call it demo. SkySmart series, serial number is optional, so we can just go to next, 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 and then it's going to ask where you bought it from, and then do we want to connect? Yes. Now in the connection process, you'll see the little blue bubbles bounce back and forth until it is connected. There it tells you, we called it demo, it's the SkySmart. You see the Bluetooth is active, and you see the signal strength is strong. So let's just click on that tile. The little blue bubbles will bounce back and forth a couple of times until it's fully connected, and there we are. So now, let's use the unit. Let's turn the unit on. When I press on, you can hear the beep from the remote, and you see the little blue light come on. And then also here, you'll see embers start to fly on the screen of the remote. That's a positive confirmation that the fireplace is running. When I press off, again, you hear it, and you also see the embers stopped. So it means that we turned it off. Some other accessories that you've got here, or some other features, you've got battery health, so you can check and see how strong the batteries are. If you press settings, it's going to allow you to choose between display of Fahrenheit or Celsius as far as your temperatures, It also, if you want to hook up a hub or hook Alexa to it so you can use voice command, this is where you would go to do that. Once you finish making any of those changes, you just confirm by pressing the check key, and those two are shared again with each other. Now let's turn on the thermostat. When I turn on thermostat, I've changed the mode, and I can use the up and down arrows to choose what temperature I want to go to. So let's go up to 72 degrees. Now you can see the unit kicked on, and you'll see the temperature drop down to 46, and it counts itself back up to the correct temperature. Now in real life, you're not going to be sitting there with the remote in one hand and the app or your phone in the other. But here it's just going to give you a confirmation of how it works, and the two sync together. So every time you change that temperature, it's going to talk to it and tell it it needs to go down to the lowest temperature and then count itself back up. And then once it's set back to where it's supposed to be, you can just leave it, or if you want to turn it off, or if you want to turn the fireplace back on, then it's going back to thermostat mode. If you want to come out of thermostat, press this button again. Once it goes to gray, and you see gray up there, it means thermostat's no longer active. Because see, I'm set at 65, yet the fireplace is running because I have it turned on manually. When I turn off, you see the embers stop again. Hope that helps in getting you connected, and you enjoy using your iFlame app.